Welcome back to Just Business Talk DXB. I'm Tahir, your host. Our today's guest is our expert business broker, Jamie Richardson. So he's going to walk us through 5 of his top listings today. So, hi, Jamie. How are you? How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Very well. Absolute pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Let's talk about the first listing. It's a cleaning company in Dubai for sale. Mm-hmm. Just walk us through the overall industry, cleaning business. How does it operate and how it works?
Okay, so I think there's a very unique opportunity with this particular cleaning company. As you know, the industry is quite saturated in Dubai. There's a lot of players in the market, and to create a USP isn't the easiest. So this company in particular specializes in certain areas, which logistically is very, very fitting because the drivers can utilize their time best. But yeah, they specialize in apartments and villas. And at the moment, they're currently operating at a very, very nice profit.
Okay, fantastic. Let's dive into the financial numbers. Mm-hmm. So tell us about their P&L and what sort of financials do they have?
Okay, so the ROI is very lucrative with this opportunity. The net profit currently sits at around 225. And I mean, we will touch on it a little bit later, but the asking price is at 450, which is quite rigid. But that brings an ROI of 50%. And getting an opportunity like that in the market at the moment is hard to come by.
Okay, great. So when you say the ROI is 50%, so what do you mean by ROI 50%?
So if you was to purchase the business today, and at 450,000, the net profit is looking at around 225. So that essentially means you are getting 50% of your money back in the first year. So ROI 50%, and the length of term that it would take to get your money back would be 2 years.
Fantastic. Okay, as I understand with my experience as well with the same industry, cleaning is a very human resource intensive business. Mm-hmm. So, and employees are very valuable assets like any other business. So tell us about the number of employees they have, what kind of management structure do they have in place?
Absolutely. So they currently have 14 staff members, 3 drivers, 11 cleaners. One of the drivers is the PRO as well, so he doubles up as the PRO, and one of the cleaners is the admin support for the WhatsApp number where all the bookings come through. So it's a sort of a remote working space. They're not sort of located in the main hub of an office. As such, the drivers even take the cars home and park them at their houses. So I mean, on that basis, the potential to even grow the business is fantastic. That's where the opportunity is really. So someone that was going to buy this business would, because they have a really good relationship with an agency as well. So it takes about 3 weeks to get a new member of staff. What I would recommend is increasing that by quite some way and putting some money into marketing or winning contracts with, I don't know, local offices or commercial spaces.
Okay, great. It sounds a very interesting opportunity. What's the motivation behind selling this company?
Okay, so the owner has fortunately got married.
Oh, really?
Right. That's so, she now lives in Toronto, Canada, and that now means that she has a 9-hour time difference in dealing with any communications, any problem solving issues, and therefore it's time for her to part with the company, which wasn't an easy feat for her because this is a family-run company. It's been going since 2014, been handed to her from her mum, so it has a nostalgic, sentimental value to her, but the time is right.
All right, it's quite a far journey to go for love, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Love makes the world go round.
Yeah.
Or does money make the world go round?
Yeah. So tell us about the unique selling points of this business. Why a potential buyer should consider buying this business.
Okay, so in terms of USPs, I wouldn't say it's necessarily has a specific USP. It's very hard to have a USP in this industry. But the like I touched on earlier, the potential to grow it is astronomical, and also wouldn't really be that hard of a task. So and again, it also doesn't really have any intense overheads. So it doesn't have a big office to pay for. So it really could be attractive in that sense. It does come with 3 vehicles on the balance sheet, 1 van and 2 cars. So it is a plug and play model that will make you money from day one. And in terms of growing it, if you're well connected and you can set up some office contracts, or you're savvy with your marketing, then you can really grow it quite nicely.
Okay, fantastic. So wrapping up our cleaning company listing, so let's dive into our next listing, which is a lounge located in Dubai. So as they say in F&B business, what matters is location, location, location. So just tell us where it's located.
Absolutely, and you are correct. Location is absolutely everything, especially for an F&B business. So this is located inside a 4-star hotel on Sheikh Zayed Road. Very popular hotel, has about 1,000 rooms. So has a lot of clients on its doorstep, but also markets to clients not staying in the hotel, and therefore they can make use of the valet service.
Fantastic. What sort of menu do they have?
They got an international cuisine, so anything from spaghetti bolognese to a sushi platter. It caters for all, and I think that's because of the cosmopolitan demographic they have in the hotel.
Okay, great. So let's walk us through the numbers and P&L and assets included in the sale.
Absolutely. So they took this unit on as a shell and core. They spent about 1.2 million doing the place up. It looks beautiful at the moment. Greenery coming in, the ambiance, the bars, and the location of where they've put everything. They've even got like a DJ and a dance floor. So they've spent about 1.2 million getting that to that stage. An extra 1 million on the fixtures and fittings, and they are doing around about 1 million net profit. Now, all of the fixtures and fittings that are in the kitchen are owned by the hotel, and therefore that comes as a sort of a freebie. So anyone that buys the restaurant wouldn't have to invest in any kitchen equipment on top of that.
Okay, fantastic. F&B is a very seasonal business, and do they have any sort of measures in place to ensure their financial stability in a lower season?
Yeah, I mean, what is nice is, again, they've got the link up with the hotel, so the underbelly of their clientele is really propped up by that. Not only do they have the contract for the room service for the 1,000 rooms, but they can also service the swimming pool area, which is about 100 meters away from their front door, which is just awesome. But they also, the concept they have, like I mentioned, they've got the DJ set up that they put on some evening events and bring in a nighttime entertainment drive. Their license is until about 3 a.m. So some nights, 10 a.m. to 3 a.m., they are putting on a party. And as you know, the markup on alcohol and shisha is awesome.
Yeah, it is. So let's talk about their employees. What kind of management they have in place and number of employees?
Yep. So they have a full-time manager, and it's predominantly manager run, not owner run. One of the main reasons is for them selling the business is the owner is never in the country. In total, they have 35 employees. Put them through rigament training quite often, and it's pretty much again, it'd be advantageous for a buyer because they don't have to have too much physical investment in terms of the operations.
Yeah, that's great. I think it is very, lucrative for a buyer to buy a business with the management structure in place. Okay, tell us about. You talked about they have a shisha and alcohol license, which is very important, and it's quite a hard one to get in Dubai, is it?
Right now it is, yeah. So, some places do struggle, especially certain locations, certain areas.
Yeah.
There are areas where it's impossible now to get a shisha license.
Yeah.
So what is advantageous for a buyer buying a business as opposed to even just starting from the complete start is the practicality of just everything being given to you from day one. You can just carry on your business in that sense. But yeah, it is hard, and that is why people are buying businesses as opposed to just trying to set it up from the scratch.
Yes, certainly. Apart from shisha and alcohol license, what other unique selling points does this business has?
So I think the location inside the hotel. I mean, that is something that can't really be replicated. Having the contract with all of with the room service, so that one is impeccable, and just the style of the concept of the restaurant turns nightclub. Sort of vibe with DJs, the open space to the terrace area overlooking out past Sheikh Zayed Road, beautiful view. It creates a really nice vibe and atmosphere.
Fantastic. Just for our listeners, who's the ideal buyer for this business?
So the ideal buyer for this business, I would say someone that's got F&B experience that potentially would put in a new concept, make it fresh, and has a tiny bit more investment on top of the key money to facilitate that.
Okay, great, Jamie. Our next listing is again a services-based business.
Yeah.
I think services and products both. Pet business, which is quite a growing industry in Dubai.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One of the reasons it's growing, but there's so many single people in Dubai.
I guess so, me included.
Have you found your love in Dubai?
Not yet, unfortunately
lucky.
not. No, I've just been too busy selling businesses, I guess.
Yeah. I wish you the best, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you'll find your love, or you adopt a dog.
Or I will adopt a dog, yes.
Yeah, it's a 15 years commitment.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe that's the reason why I haven't found love, because that is a big commitment.
Yeah, just find a dog 14 years old.
Yeah, that's one way to do it, mate.
All right, okay. Let's talk about this listing. So, what kind of setup do they have? Do they have a physical location, or they have just online business? So, just walk us through the kind of setup this business has.
So, yes, it's a physical location in JVC, prime area. And they do have a really nice, quirky concept where it's a one-stop shop. It has your grooming, your doggy daycare, your food sales, your toy sales, and they also have a doggy clothing range.
All right, that's great. Just talk about the numbers, what kind of P&L they have, and just talk about the balance sheet.
Okay, so this one, they are growing, but at the moment they're doing around 150K net profit. But their balance sheet with the whole setup, the equipment, the inventory, we're looking at about 800K.
Okay, that's fantastic. And how many employees do they have?
This one is pretty much family run. So the owners run it themselves. They really do run it with passion and care, and that is, I'd say, one of the USPs that they have on that. Their customer service impeccable. But yeah, they have about 3 that operate the whole thing, including the owner.
Including the owner. So basically, there's no management in place in that business. So a potential buyer is the one who's willing to manage this business.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, okay, cool. And what sort of license do they have? Can they sell online, or can they do services and product sale in their existing license?
Absolutely. So they do have the ability to do e-commerce. They're not doing it currently. So anyone that is savvy in that space, there is opportunity there to grow the business in that sense. As you know, the markup for doggy food and toys is crazy. So if someone had the savviness to attack the online space, whether that be their own website, Amazon FBA, or something similar, then that would be a very good idea.
Great. Pet industry is a growing industry. What are the unique selling points that this listing has?
This one, I think the USP that they really have is the quirkiness of the shop itself. They're selling, I'd say, a bit of an experience to come into the shop as opposed to it just being a transactional process. So, you're going into the shop, the quirkiness of the clothing range, the doggies that are, jumping up to wanting to say hello to you, little corner over there doing the grooming. Creates an atmosphere and experience and not just a shop that you're going to pick up a bag of dog food.
Okay, great. What is the asking price of this business?
Okay, so the asking price, this one started off around 1.5 mil. At the moment, after a little bit of negotiations, we're looking at the 1.2 mil mark. Not saying that can't come down any further, but that's where we're currently at.
Okay, great. Right, so great, Jimmy. So our next listing is again an F&B. Talking about the location. So tell us where is it located.
So the next listing is located in Marina It is located in Marina Walk.
Okay.
Yeah, I nearly gave the name away of what the business was called there.
Yeah, without the naming the name. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, Marina Walk. As you can see from any business down there, the connection with the canal and the views that you get is impeccable, and it also has a nice footfall as well.
Yeah, Marina walk is beautiful, and that's where you live also.
It is. It makes doing viewings very easy.
Yeah. Do you get any discount in a restaurant?
I try to build that rapport with all of my sellers. So yeah, I've got a few discounts in a few different places now.
That's good. Next time you visit, do let me know.
Okay, I will. I'll invite you.
All right, great. Okay, let's talk about the numbers about this business and what assets are included in the sale.
Okay, so this business I've had for quite a while now, and I've dealt with a few negotiations on it. Back in 2022, they was doing about 500K net profit, which is pretty good. The physical assets that they have, I don't know what their original startup cost was, but the refurb that they just done, and we're talking just a month ago, was about 250K in itself. And that didn't change the concept because they have a French cuisine concept, which is quite niche. But it really does look good in there now. And yeah, I think that there's a big opportunity to come in, put in maybe your own concept in. The French cuisine, I think, is quite a tough one to pull off. And there's not a huge market for that, in my opinion. And as such, they also don't even open for lunchtime or breakfast. So it's a huge opportunity because this is prime location. The amount of residential in that area, even having a contract with Deliveroo or Kareem or anything like that to sell food in the morning and at lunchtime. I think that's an opportunity missed there.
Okay, great. You talked about that they just did refurbishment. So what sort of motivation do they have selling this business?
So they have multiple businesses, and they therefore don't have the time or attention to really grow this business and give it the attention it deserves. So they done the refurb actually in the spirit of selling the business also.
Okay, so do they have multiple owners?
There's multiple owners as well.
All right, okay. Great. So let's talk about their employees and the management structure. Mm-hmm. So tell us about what sort of management structure do they have in place?
Yeah, this one is manager run, and they have about between 11 and 12 employees. I've done quite a few viewings there myself, and they seem very motivated, and the customer service has been impeccable every time I've gone. So yeah, the infrastructure of employees is pretty good at the moment.
Great. Marina Walk is a very, very good location. Apart from that, tell us more about the unique selling points of this business.
The USP of this business, well, I mean, obviously we could say that it has a French cuisine that really hones into the specialties of that nation. Wouldn't necessarily say that is the thing that's really spearheading this business, and therefore it is something that I would personally change about it. So yeah.
Okay, great. So Jimmy, what sort of ideal buyer are you looking for to sell this business to?
Ideal buyer for this one, again, F&B experience. Someone that's going to come in, put their own concept in, utilize the space for breakfast and lunch, and have a budget for marketing.
Okay, fantastic, Jimmy. So our last listing today is a green cafe. Yeah. So again, let's start with the location. Where is it located?
Location is very, very nice for this one. So it's based in Blue Waters, and you know the bridge that connects JBR to Blue Waters. It's very close to that. So anyone that walks over that bridge comes into Blue Waters. They have to walk past this cafe. Okay. And they also have a beautiful view over the whole of JBR. Like, we're talking breathtaking. And that in itself is why people tend to go to this cafe, even just to go there to work for the whole day. So yeah, it's a really nice spot.
Great, yeah, it's a great location, and that's where they have the big wheel also.
It is
in Dubai, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a nice location. And what do they serve? What kind of food do they serve?
So their menu is a very healthy menu. They've got fresh juices, acai bowls, like salads. It's very much health orientated.
Oh, great! So I should go there then. I'm trying to lose some weight.
I'd recommend it. Yeah.
Yeah, great, but it's too far from me. Yeah. So anyway, not good location for me to visit.
No.
All right.
Maybe a day trip out on a Saturday or something.
It is a long drive. All right. Okay. So tell us about the profit and loss accounts of this business.
So this one's an interesting one. They set the business up to flip. They have put a significant investment into kitting it out and getting it to the standard that it is. As such, it's not actually making a net profit at the moment, but it does provide a really good foundation for someone else to come in and really propel it forward.
Okay, great. Yeah, you just mentioned that it's not making profit at the moment. So when business is not making profit, so how do you value a business?
This one, we're valuing it at the physical assets.
Okay.
So the investment that's been put into the business itself.
All right, great. So we'll talk about the valuation in another episode. Tell us about the team, about their employees, and what type of management structure do they have in place?
This one, manager run, and we're looking at around 5 employees, around 3 of them working at any given time. So it doesn't need a huge workforce to operate this business.
Great. So unique selling point of this business, of course, is a green cafe, and it targets a very niche audience. Is there any, apart from location and a green menu, there are any other USP in this business which a buyer should consider?
Well, I think you've just hit the nail on the head already in the question.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to add to that, the views that it offers is the reason why people would choose to go there.
All right. And what is the asking price of this business?
The asking price for this is 2 million.
2 million.
Yes.
Is it negotiable?
No.
Of course, everything is negotiable in this world, mate.
Well, they are very strong on that one. So if it is, it's not by a big extent.
All right, but you can still try, yeah?
We will absolutely try it, as we always do.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
All right, Jimmy, thank you. These are your 5 listings. I think, so tell our listeners, how can they get in touch with you?
Perfect.
If they want to buy this business.
So, yeah, if anyone is interested in any of the listings that I discussed today, or you want to find out a little bit more information, or you just want to know about the industry and the market itself, please just reach out on my WhatsApp, which is 97158 571 9911, or send me an email at jamie.richardson@SellAnyBiz.com.
Okay, That concludes our today's show. Thank you, Jimmy, to give us a brief about these listings today. Stay tuned, and for more information, visit our website, www.sellanybiz.com, and you can find more listings on it. So every week, we will have more episodes to talk about the latest opportunities and listings in Dubai. Stay tuned and see you next time.
Perfect.
Thank you.